Hello.
Hello.
It is very foggy in Daly City. It's ugly here and cold.
Is it?
The nice and Burlingame.
It's like hazy,
Hmm.
not really foggy.
It was nice yesterday. As soon as I drove out of Daly City, it was nice in Burlingame, but not nice here.
Mm.
Low energy.
Oh, it is though. Like every time I'm like I dress all nice and summery in Burlingame, and then when I go up to Daly City, it's
Yeah.
always cold, and I'm just like, ugh. I always have to make sure I like have two different types of outfits.
Yeah, that's smart. That's how it is in SF too. Always wear layers.
Oh, it looks like my screen is a little bit.
Oh yeah, the front one.
Yeah. And that.
Probably not appropriate if you're recording.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Be okay. Today. Oops, here we go. I'm gonna send them this link.
Yee.
Invite. Jennifer. What am I doing? Weird. I'm still in it. So when I was trying to join the class, I was like, where's the class in Zoom? I had to do a lot of he figured it out. Excuse me. I don't have the Rona, I just have allergies to smoke, I think. Smoke. Take a little bit of time to stretch your hips and your shoulders today. We're gonna do a technical stand-up slash Turkish get-up class. You don't need a weight for this class. However, if you want to challenge yourself, feel free to grab a moderate sized weight. I have a 20-pound kettlebell with me today. So this is my only moderate size weight. I could probably get something a little bit lighter for me. It's the beginning of the month, so we try to bring our workouts down just a little bit to invite any people who are beginners to join our class and to not feel intimidated. Also, it's good to just ramp down your workouts in general. It helps with stress. So if our body is in constant stress, it's hard for us to adapt and to get stronger. Even as we're periodizing our training, we do want kind of maybe a week where we ramp down for recovery and then we go back up the next week. And as females, or just people who are born with a cycle and, you know, certain types of hormones, it's really cool for us to like try and work with that cycle. So when you're in the phase, your menstrual phase, actually, I'll just say it, when you're in your menstrual phase, it's good to actually ramp down your workouts and kind of work with your flow and allow your body to recover. You'll probably notice that you're going to be a little bit more detailed oriented during that time of the month. Your brain might be a little bit more creative. You might actually be a little deeper in thought, which is normal. It's perfectly normal. Your right and your left hemispheres tend to chat with each other a little bit more actively during this time of the month. So, yes. With that being said, it's about 6:05, so we'll get started. Looks like it'll just be us for today. So today, like I said, is going to be a remedial class. It's going to be technical stand-up and Turkish get-up. It will be a workout though, so this is going to be a true stack exercise. We're going to start with break fall warm-ups. So we'll introduce Tirza into break falls, which is a normal martial arts or jiu-jitsu move that we learn when we first start training. And actually, I believe you've been in the self-defense class, Tirza, so you learned how to break fall. You actually had to apply it once in real life. So we're going to review it again and just allow this to warm up our body. After that, we're going to get into like really breaking down the technical stand-up and part. So the first part will be after we go through our break falls, we're going to go with ab roll-up. So whether you have a weight in your hand or not, you're going to stand, you're going to lie on your back with your arm fully extended out and make sure you have tension in your arm. We'll put our hand out to the side, point our knees in the direction that we're rolling, which will be the side of the extended arm, and we're going to roll up into a circle just to here, and then we're going to roll back down, right? This will be a lot more challenging for your core with the actual weight in your hand. But we'll do this for about 30 seconds on one side, then we'll switch, 30 seconds on the other side, and I want you to notice how as I'm rolling up, I'm rolling in a half circle. Okay. From there, we're going to go into partial technical stand-up. So we're going to roll up to our hand, base out, practice kicking, back in and back down, and then we're going to roll back down. So Amy's joined us. little work. So again, we're going to be here with our hand fully out extended, roll up, kick, down, roll back down, focusing on one side at a time for 30 seconds. Then we're going to switch. And then after that, we're going to do just rocking to our knees. For a minute, we're going to alternate sides. Alternating left and right. Okay? So that was our first and our second round. On the third round, we're going to add in, let me double check the third round. Here we go. So technical stand-up, third round, we're, hip heist. So we're gonna add in our hip heist. So we start with our ab roll-ups to our rocking to our knees. Second round, we're adding the kick. Third round, we're gonna add hip heist. So when we do our hip heist, we're gonna be on all fours, knees off the ground, and then you're going to switch your opposite leg and your opposite hand. Switch, 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 switch. Boom, 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 boom. For 1 minute. On our fifth round is when we're going to actually do the full Turkish get up. So we're going to do 5 left and right. We'll have 1 minute to do 5 on the left or the right side. Starting with your weight, or if you don't have a weight, that's okay. You don't have to. Punching straight up, practicing the movements that we practiced in the first 3 rounds, rolling up, boom, hand above, facing, pulling our knee behind our hand. This time we're standing all the way up, and I like to have energy into this lead hand. It doesn't look like you guys can see me. So let me switch my camera back. So having energy in this lead hand, and then I'm going to stand all the way back up, reverse it, lunge back down, hand to the ground, pull my knee forward, then I'm going to roll back down carefully. Boom. Then I roll back up, right? Here. Pull my knee back behind my hand. Energy in the hand that comes off the floor. Stand up, back down, hand to the ground. Pull myself forward. Roll back down. Okay? 5 left and right. Once we finish that whole actual workout circuit, we will practice the actual technical stand-up. So the technical stand-up itself will be without the weight. We can just start seated, making sure that we have our guard in front of us. We're either going to chin strap it, elbow is going to be right at that jawline here, right? Or you can put the Batman cape on. Always making sure that you can either see above your arm or below it, right? We don't want to block our eyes. When we do our technical stand-up, we're actually going to practice the kick, pull our knee back, come into a fight stance, stand up, then reverse it back down with the guard, just like we do with our Turkish get up. And we don't have to go all the way back down. Okay, look, we'll reserve going all the way back down for the Turkish get up. For the technical stand up, we'll just do it from seated. You'll knock out 10 left and right. You'll have a minute to do 10. And then we're going to go into hip raises. So side plank hip raises, trying to make sure which is the best way to do it in the camera. There we go. Okay, side plank hip raises. So you can side plank, boom, both feet together, raise your hips. If this is easy for you, if you have an elevated surface like a couch or a box, you can put your feet, I'm gonna use a pillow because I'm apparently a softie and I need nice plushy things. So you're gonna do your hip raise is up like this, right? With your feet elevated. So the moderate way, both feet on the floor, hip raise. Harder way, feet elevated, hip raise. Easier way, if both of those are too hard for you, what you'll do is you're going to plant your top leg, right? And you're just going to hip raise like this. You'll still feel it. Side planks is for your hips. You might feel a little bit in the back of your shoulder, your scapula area, which is correct, right? Because your elastic will connect all the way down from your shoulder to your hip. But the core muscles that you're gonna really feel during that hip raises will be your whole hip, right? You should feel your whole hip, either your side butt or just like feeling, oh man, my lower core is kind of heavy. And that's what you want. I will review each exercise before we do them. Between the break falls and our actual workout and then the core portion where we do our technical stand-up, we have about a 5-minute break for me to review everything again, and I will. Does anybody have any injuries or concerns in any of the movements that I did so far? Nope, everybody looks good, ready to go. I trust you guys all know the movements. Okay, so we're gonna start with break falls just to get ourselves warmed up. We're gonna all start with 10. So I will review it first and then we'll all do it together. So we're gonna start lying on our backs, right? When you do this, I want you to really pull your core down. So when I do that, if I can move my hands, I'm like, it looks like I'm pushing myself up, but I'm not. I'm just tilting my hips forward. I'm just tilting my hips up and squeezing my butt and pulling my navel down. And then from there, I want to kind of, actually I come back into this camera a little bit more. I can kind of pull my chest up, keep my head curled, and you want to stay here, keeping everything tense. I'm going to bring my hands above me, and I want that cupping looking motion with my hands. If you guys can see how my hands are cupped. And if you clap them together, they make that kind of pop. That's what you want. We'll cross our hands in front of us and then slap, right? Exactly. And when you slap, you want to slap relatively firmly and about 45 degrees away from your body. You don't want to slap all the way out here because you're probably gonna pop your elbow, and you won't distribute the force when if you're actually practicing falling, you won't distribute the force very well. So you want to practice slapping relatively 45 degrees away and not too close, because again, we want to distribute the impact. So too close, that means that impact isn't getting distributed too far, and we're taking in too much force if our arms are way too far out. So you want to be about right in the middle. So we'll come up. Let's all try to do 10 together. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Arms locked out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right. We're going to start seated up. So when you do these break falls, you want to practice them with your arms straight out. If you're worried about your neighbors below you, maybe you can slap a little less hard if you're like hitting like the wood and it's painful. You can slap a little less hard, but you want to practice keeping your arms straight because you want to create your whole body as if it's one piece. If you bend your arms, then you're creating multiple pieces versus just being one whole unit. And when you create multiple pieces, that means this part of your arm is going to take a certain amount of impact, and that part of your arm is going to take a certain amount of impact, and your whole body will take a different type of impact. So if we all stay as one, and if everything is one, everything should be, the whole force of us being thrown or fallen against the ground will be distributed as one, right? So we want to stay one unit. So we're going to do this again. This time we're going to start seated, throwing ourselves back. And when you throw yourselves back, you want to slap as hard as you can to stop your roll back. So I'll demonstrate that one more time. So when I slap, boom, the slap prevents me from rolling back even further. If I slap softly, and I was really getting thrown, let me throw myself back hard, like my motion continues. So when you actually are slapping, you want to slap as hard as you're getting thrown. And when this happens in real time, it'll be automatic. You won't be thinking, oh, how hard should I slap? You will just slap, and your impact will be distributed as equally to how the force you're being thrown out. All right, so ready? We're gonna do 10. Our hands out and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right. Okay. So now we're going to go into the low squat break fall. So when I do this is actually, this movement on how I get up is going to be the same movement that we're going to do in the actual workout. So how I get up is I'm curling my bottom foot to my butt. So I'm kind of in this, as I call it, the relaxing, the chilling at the beach position, where my butt is behind my head and I'm at a lean-to structure. And I want you guys to remember me saying this lean-to structure. And I want you to remember the shape that I'm creating now, because when we go over butterfly sweeps into leg locks tomorrow, this is the structure that you want, right? So if somebody's actually pushing against my body, I can actually withstand their force because my butt is behind my head. So I won't get tilted over. If I was here and you see how I'm straight up and down, if force was being pushed at me this way, it's a lot easier for me to get tilted back. So I want to have what we call a lean-to structure. My butt goes behind my head is in front of my hips, and I have this, like you can see in one of the cameras, that I have like a leaning to forward angle. So I'm trying to keep my head over my feet. Do you have questions here, or are you just adjusting stuff? Okay. All right, so we're gonna start here. My feet are gonna curl up, and then I'm pulling my hips forward. Boom. And then I'm gonna bring my feet together, and then I'm gonna be in the low squat, and then you slap from there. So you don't need to come up all the way to standing yet. We're gonna do the standing one next. You're just gonna curl yourself up and be in a low squat. And then slap. Yeah. You ready, Tirza? I want to see you do it. I guess she's having issues with her TV, but I see you.
It's gonna die. I have to plug it in.
Okay. So let me show you do it real quick, Tirza. So your feet are gonna be curled. You're gonna pull yourself up. And then if you can see my foot behind me, I swivel my foot, and then I come up into the low squat. and then I squat from here. Yeah, exactly. But you're not gonna come up into like a squat like this. See how that was difficult? You wanna curl your bottom leg underneath you, and then you're able to come up easier. Boom, and then, yes, exactly. All right. Okay, we're all gonna bust out 10. Ready, Tirza? Just bring your camera down just a little bit lower. Oh. Well, I lost her for a second. Okay, well, let's move forward. We're all gonna start in the low squat, and then we'll bust out 10. Ready, go. 1, curl up, back to low squat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Ready? So, okay, so next one. We're going to do standing up break falls. All right, so we're gonna start from the standing position. Everybody ready? Hands out in front. You ready, Tirza?
Don't wait for me every time. Don't wait for me. I'm here.
Hands out in front, low squat, and then tap from there. And then when you come back up, you're still doing the same come up you did before. Boom, and then low squat, and then pat. 2, squat, 3, there you go. 4, standing up, low squat, 5, standing up, good. 6, standing up, 7, all the way up, 8, all the way up, 9, all the way up, and 10. There you go. Awesome. Okay, cool. So those are the break falls. All right, awesome. So now we're going to get into the workout. So again, the first 2 exercises, we're going to repeat each round twice. The first one is going to be our ab roll-ups. So we're just going to be here, rolling up and then rolling down. Boom. We're going to be on one side for 30 seconds. If you want this part to be challenging for you, go ahead and put a weight in your hand. And then after that, we're going to get into those knee roll-ups here, right? And then when you sit back down, you're just going to curl your foot underneath you and then roll back, switch, pop your hips forward, curl your foot back in, and then roll back down. All right, you guys got it? That's the first round. Nice, Amy. Second round, we're adding the base up where we're here. We're gonna kick, We're gonna stick to the same side. Good. Yep, same side each side. Third round, we're adding in our hip heist. Hip heist here. Boom. Yeah. And you can have your feet a little wider, Amy. So they're like each, it's more, you're trying to create a box or a rectangle. And the fourth round, we're adding the full Turkish get up. We're up, pressing up, pulling this behind, coming to the standing position, back, hand down, and then roll forward. Yep. And so, Tirza, when you're coming up, we try not to come up with your knee so close to your foot, right? If you see, you want to bring your foot, your hips back. So you have like a strong, you can squeeze your butt nice and strong forward. And as you're coming up, you're going to drive yourself forward, forward, forward onto that lead leg. You don't want to be too wide, but you don't want to have your feet close together because you don't have a very good base when your knee is so close to your front foot, if that makes sense. Exactly. All right, you guys ready? I'm gonna put the timer on. I think that, which angle do you guys like better? This one, this is my phone, and then this one is the webcam over here. Webcam, 2. You like 2 or 1? 2 or 1? 2, 2, 2. Okay, everybody likes the webcam better. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just keep this one then. Sharing the screen. Okay, start now. So we kind of did the first part of the workout already, which means that I'm gonna have to skip through real quick. It should be fine. So it's gonna start and then I'm gonna skip through. So you guys just get everything ready.
Can't see you yet. Can't see you.
Well, you shouldn't only be able to see me.
Never mind, I have the wrong one pinned.
Yeah. Should only be able to see me on one camera. Okay. So, putting it on break for now. And then I'll count down from 10 and then we'll start the ab roll-ups. Just fix this. Okay, ready? Counting down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, starting with ab roll-ups on your left side. Here. Make sure you're making circles. Don't lean straight up. Don't push straight forward. Find the circular motion. Push the other side. We're rocking up to our knees now. Great. All right. We're going to do that round again. If you're using a weight, try not to let that weight shake or circle. Push it straight up. And controlled with your abs down. Switch. Rocking up to your knees. Great. All right, now we're adding in the kick. A little balance and then kicking. So we're going to start with the kick. Boom. Kick. 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 your knees. Rolling up. Switch. Great. So as you guys are practicing these drills, whether you're using a weight or not, especially for tomorrow's class, really, really check yourself to see if you got that lean-to structure as you're drilling, and as you're coming up to here. You're not coming up to here. All right, so repeating this round again. Kick.
break, quick break. See me turn on my heart rate monitor. I forgot to do that. All right, so now we're adding in our hip heights. So we're starting here. And go only as fast as you can manage for now. You don't need to go too fast for yourself. Find your own rhythm. Make sure you're breathing. Kick. So we're coming up and kicking. Back down. Kick. I just poke myself in the eye. Boom. Other side. Walking up to your knees. That back toe comes up as you swish it behind you. I go on my toe. And not the flat of my foot. You should not be on the flat of your foot, on the leg that's behind you. You should be coming up to your toes. Toes, tears up. Toes, Amy. I can't see Jennifer and Sarah's feet, but that back foot, curl your toe underneath you. Rolling up. Break. Right, repeating that round one more time. Hits. Roll back. Make sure you're breathing. Other side. Rocking up to her knees. Curl those toes up behind you. Nobody runs on the front of their foot. All right, we're adding the Turkish get up now. 5 left and right. Roll up. 1. Down. Roll down. Up. 2. Down. 3. down. Four. Down. Last one. 5. Down. All right, switch. Press up. Up. One. Down. Up. Two. Down. Up. Three. Down. Up. Four. Down. Up. 5. Down. Weight down. All right, hip heist. Halfway. Ten seconds. Half get ups. Switch sides. Rocking up to your knees. Roll ups. Great. This is gonna be our last round. It's about 7 o'clock now, so after this round, I'll ask you guys if you want to continue forward with the last exercise and go over a little time, but we'll just finish out this last round, and I'll see where you guys are from here. So 7 seconds, grab your weight, 5 Turkish get up, left and right, up, 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, last one, up, 5, down, switch sides. Press up, up, 1, up, 2, down, up, 3, down, up, 4, down, last one, up, 5, down, weight down, all right, hip heist. Pace yourself. Less than halfway. Ten seconds. Six. down, up, 9, down, up, 10, down, switch, up, 1, down, up, 2, down, up, 3, down, up, 4, down, up, 5, down, up, 6, down, up, 7, down, up, 8, down, up, 9, down, up, 10, and we're done. Well, my phone kind of chose the ending time for us. We still had those regular technical standards, but it's 7:06 now. We pretty much did it with the Turkish get-ups there. So, how do I get rid of this? Well, I guess that's, oh, there we go. Excuse me. All right. How you guys feeling?
It would have killed me if we had to keep going.
Yeah, it was a nice sweaty one. I got a little warm. I got a little glistening.
Definitely a BJJ workout for sure.
Yeah. So we brought it back to, and you know what? Excuse me, I'm a little parched. We've done this workout before, and I think for me personally, I feel that with all our workouts, my stamina has definitely improved. So it's a good baseline. How you feeling, Jennifer?
Yeah, if we did this before, this was definitely better than other times.
Yeah.
I recall early workouts with you killing me, and this one was okay.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, like something we've been doing in the past, just the fitness side of things has helped here, you know, so far as our stamina and our endurance. So we're on the right path. Well, thank you ladies for joining me. Will the three of you be joining me tomorrow night for the leg lock class? Thumbs up from you, Sarah, yes. Amy, yes, awesome. Okay, awesome. So tomorrow we're gonna go over leg locks from the butterfly suite. Those leg locks are by far superior than the deep half. And it's kind of obvious if you think about it. The deep half, you're in a position where you're actually getting smashed. Butterfly, you're in a position where you can be a lot more offensive. You're sitting on your butt, but you're a lot more offensive than you are in the deep half position where you really have somebody's weight on top of you. So I really like to think of the deep half position as like really trying to get in and out, trying to get up from underneath the position. So playing with the sweeps as much as possible. And if you're dealing with like a beginner or where you're rolling around with your friend and you're playing kind of, you know, flowy and loose, you might be able to get that leg lock from the deep half a lot easier, and that waiter sweep. But I don't want to negate what we were doing in those positions, because how we were moving into the leg lock and into the sweep is the same movement patterns that we're going to be doing in the butterfly sweep. So they still apply. Just know that your percentages of actually sweeping with the waiter sweep and sweeping and getting the leg lock is going to be much higher if you're using the butterfly, your butterfly hooks, than you are in the deep half position. You're literally underneath the person in deep half. So you're going to be pretty limited with what you can do there. So I would be focusing more on just sweeping and like bumping that person over and taking the back. Does anybody have any questions so far? Amy, I see you at the camera. So I'm just pointing to you. No questions? You're just there? All right, awesome. Great. Thank you guys all. I will see you tomorrow. Cheers. I'll see you Thursday night for our boot camp outdoors. I'm really excited for that. And if you guys know anybody on the peninsula who's looking for a good workout, send them my way. We're going to be at Physique Magnifique, and we're working out outside. So I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Bye. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.